Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jones Podcast. The Jones Podcast is a podcast that acknowledges great individuals from my city of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and worldwide. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the Jones Podcast. What's going on, Jones Podcast family? With me, I have one of my longtime friends. He's a 2019 Alabama Broadcast Association winner. He's the co-host for Sports Roundtable Show in Atlanta, and he also has a radio show, Coach's Corner, and the owner and designer and creator of Real Talk Tees, my man Derik Williams. D, what's going on, homie?
What's up, EJ, brother? How you doing?
Man, everything's lovely my way, man. I can't complain. What about you?
Everything's good, man. That was a heck of a doggone intro, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, man, I'm looking at this, man. I almost got pulse-eyed all the stuff you're doing, brother, man. Do you ever sleep? Do you ever sleep?
No, man. You know the old saying, man. You sleep when you're dead, but right now you got to get to them seven strings of income. That's the goal.
No doubt. And you doing it, brother, man. Look, I've been knowing you for a long time, man. A long time.
Yeah.
And to see you progress and to get where you want to go, and you go farther, man, I'm proud of you, man. That's all I can say, because we homies. I'm proud to see my homie like that.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Like you said, man, we go way back, man. And back in those days, neither one of us knew what we wanted to do. We were just out here living it, And as life goes on, man, you find it. And, man, yeah, it's been hard work, and it's a long journey still to go. Still got a lot of work to do, man. But, yeah, it's starting off very well. I appreciate that.
So for all my listeners who might not know you, give them a little background about yourself, Derik.
Man, yeah, like I say, man, I'm a graduate of the University of Alabama, man. Came out, played a lot of college basketball at Shelton prior to transferring to Alabama. Left there, man, and went into coaching and teaching, man, and coached high school basketball for 8 or 9 years, man. Did a lot, been a lot of places. Helped a lot of young men grow, become men. A lot of them now are grown and have kids of their own and are doctors and things of that nature. So, that was a good point in my life also, man. And then I felt like it was something else I wanted to give to the game. Game of basketball starting out. And I knew coaching was a great thing, to be a mentor, to be a teacher. But I felt like I had a lot more to offer, So I was thinking, man, what is it that I can do that I can get out there to even more people and be able to get my thoughts and my processes across? And it just fell right in the radio. It fell into broadcasting. And, being around the game and teaching the game so much and having the knowledge, it was just natural to go out and start it up and start talking about it. And then it led from just talking basketball, man, to here I am today doing political news and covering legislative sessions and things of that nature, man. And it's just growing. And, it's a journey that I'm ready to see where it's going to continue to go.
So when you got your job at the radio station, how did that happen?
Yeah, into the gig that I got now, I did 6 years of sports talk radio in Atlanta, and that was just honing my skills. And like I say, we started out as a podcast, just podcasting once a week, and the listeners just continued to grow. And then we went from podcasting from 1 hour to podcasting for 2 hours. And then as the audience grew even more, we had this internet radio station, IBNX Radio in Atlanta. They give us a call and was like, hey, man, we want to put y'all on live on the internet. So once IBNX, we went and did that for a season, man, did that for a full year. And at the end of that year, 1100 AM radio station in Atlanta was like, man, we've been listening. We see y'all growth and your progress. And they put us on the dial live in Atlanta. So that's kind of where it came from. And then as I was doing sports, I wanted, of course, to grow and get something new, but I wanted to be able to hone my skills in different areas. I want to improve in my writing. I wanted to, in AP style writing to be exact, news writing. And I wanted to be able to cover and interview different walks of life, different areas just besides sports. And it landed me at WVAS, man. And it was one of those things where the guy who is the manager at the station listen to me every week because we used to Facebook Live, listen to our radio show every week in Atlanta. And, hit him up one day. I was like, hey, I'm moving back to Montgomery. Just want to know if you knew anything in the broadcasting businesses out there. And he was like, hey, man, I'd be privileged to have you come and work over here at VAS. We got a news reporter job open. And are you interested in that? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And, by the grace of God and just by work and being out there, I was able to get that opportunity by putting my voice out there prior. And now somebody heard it. It fell on the right ears, and I fell into this gig.
I've seen you do interviews with the coach of Alabama. I also saw you do an interview with the great Randy Moss. How was that, man? A person that we watched on television.
Yeah.
One of the best wide receivers in the league, that was in the league. And you talking to him, interviewing him. How did that make you feel afterwards? Because I know once you're doing it, you're doing your job. But once you sit down and just think about where you came from to what you just did, how did that make you feel?
Oh, man, it was a gratifying experience, man. I can't even lie to you. Like I say, during the moment, you're in the moment, so you're focused. You're not really sitting there. But as soon as you get done, you look back and you look at the video and like, man, I just talked to Randy Moss, Gold Jacket, Hall of Fame, one of the top 3 wide receivers ever. Just had a conversation with him, and the thing about it is, like I say, during the interview, you locked in, so you getting your questions across, and the message, the story that you're trying to portray from that interview. But it's the before and the after that really gets to you because you're able to, get an intimate moment with those guys. Be able to talk to them and see where their mind really is outside of, because once you're on that camera and once you're on that recorder, it's all business. But to get to see those guys' normal side, to see what they're like, outside of the glitz and glamour, that's the real gratifying part, man. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna act like I'm a super vet. Hand was shaking a little bit during that interview. The questions that they came out and answered them, man, and he was a real cool guy. But like I say, I also had the privilege of interviewing Terrell Owens the day before that. I got to do 30 minutes with T.O. So, man, sitting down and talking to these guys and just being able to see that, outside of who they are and who we see on TV and we read about on the internet and the newspaper, they're human beings, and it's cool to see them in a regular environment, man, to let them know that he's just like me. He's just like me. He just had a special talent. And, I'm trying to hone this broadcasting thing to my special talent.
But I saw you doing it. I said, man, D is with Randy Moss.
Yeah. Randy Moss. And like I say, man, I also had the opportunity to do Adelius Thomas, who he won a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots. He was on one of them Tom Brady teams. Yeah. I got to do Jamario Moon, NBA guy. Journeyman. He's now actually in the Big 3, Ice Cube's Big 3 3-on-3 basketball league, man. So, just coming across, and like you mentioned earlier, Coach Nate Oates, to be I was one of the first people to get a sit-down interview with him after he took the job at Alabama. And to get that opportunity to be one of the first reporters in the state of Alabama to get a one-on-one sit-down with him was huge. And I like him. I hope he does, me being an Alabama grad, I hope he does well. My brother played there, so, I got an affinity for those guys. And I really hope he does well. And his personality says that. His work ethic says that. So I'm just anxious to see how they do this year also.
With your T-shirt brand, Real Talk Tees, now I've been on the internet looking at pop-up T-shirt shops. They're everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
What's the difference between what do they call it, on-demand T-shirt shop and what you do?
Well, on-demand shops are kind of, it's like, what's the name of it? Trying to think of that, the store that they have where you can just go start your own T-shirt shops. It's like Spotify, but it's a T-shirt app.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it either. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They don't actually make their products. Okay, what they do is they will post products, and as you buy them and request them, they have a third-party company make their shirts. So the person who you're actually buying the shirt from never sees the shirt. Like they don't see the quality. They don't, they're ordering what they want, but they don't feel the quality. They don't see the quality of the product that they're actually selling you. And what's different with me is I do everything by hand. Every single shirt that I make, whether it's 1 to 100, every single one of them are done by hand by me. So the thing is, it's a different level of intimacy, a different level of detail that I put into the shirts to make that shirt, whatever it is, specific for you. Mm-hmm. Like what people don't realize is I got plenty of designs that I sell, but on each design, it might be something different just to make your shirt your shirt. So being able to do that and being able to talk to my customers and build relationships with them to see what it is they want and their needs and be able to bring that to life, man, that's another thing that's uber gratifying for me to make it, because like I say, it's personal. It's not really just, hey man, I'm trying to sell you this shirt to make my dollar. I'm really trying to make this shirt so that you're happy with the product that you put on your body.
A very unique shirt for that unique person.
Oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything, like my slogan is a shirt for every mood. So whatever mood you're in, I can make you a shirt that makes you express who you are and how you're feeling. From day to day, it might be something different. One day you might just want a shirt with a smiley face on it. Like whatever it is you want, I can bring that to life for you. Whatever your brand, whatever group, family reunion, a cookout, whatever it may be, something that's unique for you, I'll be able to bring that to life, and that's gratifying as well.
You get your own T-shirts and you print them also.
Oh yeah, I get my own T-shirts. There's several brands that I use, several companies. It just depends on the fit, weight, feel, and price that you want to spend on your shirt. But absolutely every print that goes onto the shirt is handmade by me. When I bought all the equipment made, like I say, to better yourself, you got to invest in yourself. So I went out and invested in myself, bought everything I needed for it. And like I say, man, I sit in my little man cave craft room and I go to work.
Okay, so if someone wanted to start their own T-shirt printing company like you're doing, what would they need to do?
Like I say, it's several options you'll have. Like earlier, you mentioned on-demand shirts where you never really even have to make the shirts. You can think of a design, you can send it to a third party, they'll design it, they'll print it, they'll put it on the shirt for you, they'll ship it out for you. You never have to touch it. But if you want to do this yourself, cut down costs of third parties, man, you just go out and it's a several pieces of equipment you got to buy. You jump on that internet, do your research, see what equipment actually fits you, and see what's in your budget, what you have space for, what you're able to do, and you go out and do it, man. It's like I say, everything with the. I just got through watching the Steve Jobs movie, man, and the guy who was co-founder of Apple, created Macintosh and computer and the internet, things of that nature, and the iPhone. I was just watching him, and the thing that he understood was to go out and do it yourself. Like if it's something I want to do, I'm gonna research it, and I'm gonna research it before I dive head first into it. Like I say, overnight success happens overnight, but it's not an overnight journey. It starts at some point, and it takes a while to get there. But as soon as you figure out and you catch your niche, you just got to go do it, and that's kind of how I work with that. And real quick, the funny thing about it is when I moved to Atlanta back in 2013, right when I started the podcast, I was walking around, and you know how eclectic Atlanta is. Atlanta is, it's the hip hop, it's the Motown of the South. Yeah. It's a lot going on, and fashion is really big there. It's really big. So, man, I was going to all these stores. I was making a good bit of money, so I was able to go into these stores, and man, I was buying shirts and buying stuff, and I was like, man, spending $50, $60, $70, $100 on a shirt, $200 on jeans. Like, come on, man, what? I can do this myself, And, I was like, I'm sitting around here and I'm a walking billboard for somebody else. I'm paying them to be an advertisement for them. It's not like they're paying me to advertise. I'm going out and buying their products and advertising. I'm like, I should be advertising myself. So, man, after a lot of long thought process, man, I just started doing the research, bought the stuff I needed, and started printing shirts. And since 2014, man, I have not bought a shirt or worn a shirt that doesn't say Real Talk Tees.
And like I said, brother, I'm proud of you, man, because I see you. I don't talk to you all the time, but I see you on social media, and you're doing your thing, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Like I say, man, that internet is a gold mine, man. If you learn how to use it the right way, man, the internet is a gold mine. You can reach people in places that you never even reached before. Like I say, a lot of times I'm shipping off T-shirts from orders that I got on my website, and they're the places I've never been before. So I know I don't have any acquaintances or people in that area that I know that's able to give word of mouth about the product. It's just that internet. So, we're blessed to live in a generation, in an era where technology is growing so much, and we're able to reach so many different people just by the click of a button.
That's right, because I have a family that listens to my podcast, the Thomas family. Shout out to them. They live in Australia, man. I don't know anyone that stays in Australia but them.
Wow. Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah, the internet, like you said, is a gold mine. So, D, before we get out of here, man, I want you to give a shout out to anybody, promote your T-shirt brand, tell them where they can reach you at, anything.
Yeah, man. Social media is always wide open, man. You can follow me on Instagram for the let me run this down. It might take a minute.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
On the T-shirt side of it, man, you can find me on Instagram at _Real Talk Tees. That's Tees with an S. That's at _ Real Talk Tees, TEES. You can go to my website, realtalktees.bigcartel.com. That's my online store, man. All the products that I sell are on there. Prices, sizes, everything. Give you explanation of the products that we use to make the shirts. The reason behind it, got a bio on there, man. So that's realtalktees.bigcartel.com. On the broadcasting side, man, you can find me on Facebook, of course. My government, Derik Williams, that's Derik, last name Williams. You can just look me up on Facebook. And also, man, like you mentioned earlier, I got Coach's Corner. And it's under my umbrella of Eyeball Radio. Started my own platform here recently called Eyeball Radio. And it's just going to encompass a bunch of shows, a bunch of different interviews, full-length interviews, vlogs, blogs, things of that nature. And you can just find that on social media. Also at Eyeball Radio on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter also at Coach_SRT. That's at Coach_SRT. Find me on Twitter. I talk a lot of craziness on there, man. So, yeah, man, I can be found, man. Just look it up. You can just Google #Real Talk Tees and all the information will come up for everything. Same thing about Eyeball Radio. Just Google Eyeball Radio. Pages pop up, man. You can come catch all my interviews and anything else, man. And like I say, man, can't forget them, man. WVASFM.org. You can listen to me every day live, 12 and 4 on WVASFM.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, my man Derik Williams, staying busy. I'm loving it, man. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Been a pleasure, brother.
Too, brother. Man, hey, I see you too, man. Continue to grow with the podcast, man. I like what you're doing, and not only for yourself, man. What you are doing is giving people a platform to get what they do out there. And there's nothing more gratifying in the world than being a help to somebody else. So what you're doing and the platform that you're building for yourself is great, man. I just want to say keep up with your work.
No doubt. Appreciate you, homie. D,
no.
Been a pleasure, homie. I get up with you, man.
All right, brother. You take it easy now.
You too, man.
Bet.